Paddy fields filled with water, reflecting the scenery like a mirror. Paddy fields lush with growing seedlings. Paddy fields glowing golden with ripening rice. Over thousands of years, the Asian monsoon climate of Japan has led rice paddies to become the core of agriculture here, and they are still at the heart of beautiful landscapes nationwide. Japan's average annual precipitation is roughly 1,800 millimeters, which is about 60% more than the global average. Yet the amount of this water available is less than half the global average due to Japan's distinctive topography, with many mountains, few plains, and steep river gradients, as well as heavy rainfalls concentrated around certain seasons of the year. To provide a more consistent water supply to farmlands, irrigation canals, drainage pump station, reservoirs, dams, and other facilities have been used in Japan since ancient times. This video offers a closer look at Japan's advanced irrigation technologies, both past and present. Ever since paddy agriculture was introduced to Japan over 3,000 years ago, expansions in paddy field area have been accompanied by increases in population until recently. The mid-20th century saw serious food shortages caused by war damage, in combination with population growth and poor rice harvests. In response, the government started to launch extensive irrigation projects. These projects led to increased rice production and, in turn, population and economic growth. Dams secure water resources. Farm ponds hold water for irrigation. Drainage pump stations pump rainwater from canals into rivers or the sea to prevent damage from floods. These are just some of the irrigation structures in use today. Though there are many irrigation structures throughout Japan, the country faces many agricultural challenges, including aging farmers, labor shortages, climate change, and natural disasters. Japan is currently working to tackle these challenges from various viewpoints. The first challenge is labor shortages. Paddy agriculture requires fewer hours of labor each year due to labor-saving mechanizations in planting and weeding work. But irrigation and drainage water management have long proved difficult to automate and mechanize, so annual hours of work for these have remained relatively consistent over time. This has changed with the advent of water management systems utilizing information and communications technology, or ICT. For instance, sensors attached to water supply valves can monitor and collect data such as water levels and temperatures. A task once requiring skilled experts with many years of experience and intuition can now be managed and analyzed based on data. Farmers can also remotely control water valves with their smartphones based on the monitoring data collected by the sensors. The data they collect can also be linked to other data, such as weather information. For example, these systems can check weather and temperature forecasts for the next week and compare them to past water management data to optimize upcoming water management. ICT-based water management systems make major contributions in not just irrigation management, but also labor savings and work efficiency improvements throughout the agricultural industry. The second challenge is building sustainable food systems ready for global climate change. In 2021, Japan launched the Midori Strategy for Sustainable Food Systems, which aims to enhance productivity and sustainability in food, agriculture, forestry, and fisheries through innovation. This strategy takes a mid to long-term focus on the 4 stages of procurement, production, processing and distribution, and consumption, aiming to promote innovations toward carbon neutrality and other reduced environmental impact. The agricultural sector has initiatives to reduce CO2, which is crucial for mitigating climate change. One of these initiatives is hydropower. This includes small-scale hydropower systems within the agricultural sector, which promise to serve as a sustainable energy source. Though many people still associate hydropower with large dams, small-scale hydropower systems can be deployed even in irrigation canals with drop-offs in height. They are suitable for Japan, where agricultural water infrastructure for paddy agriculture has been constructed throughout the country. They are not a universal solution, as they do require water height differences and a certain volume of water flow. But unlike solar and wind power, they are largely unaffected by weather and provide a stable supply of power both day and night. As we've seen, irrigation structures not only contribute to securing water resources and supplying power, but also play various other roles. Let's take a step back for an even broader view of agriculture as a whole. With its integrated irrigation infrastructure, we can see how paddy agriculture has many functions beyond growing crops. The first function is protecting the surrounding area. Paddy fields surrounded by levees and cultivated upland fields serve as temporary rainwater reservoirs. Farmland can help prevent flooding, much like dams. Recently, many farmers have introduced rice paddy dams, which behave like miniature dams through small panels attached to the drainage outlets of paddy fields to temporarily store rainwater. This is just one of the initiatives to reduce flood damage. Slowly draining rainwater out from paddy fields helps prevent sudden surges of draining water, which in turn prevents sudden swelling of drainage canals. Another function is groundwater recharge. The rainwater that accumulates on farmland gradually percolates down into the soil and becomes groundwater, which in turn becomes a high-quality water source for homes and industry downstream. This also helps keep river flow more consistent, as the water gradually returns to rivers via canals. Additionally, farmland that is kept in close harmony with nature helps to create rich ecosystems, thus playing a key role in the preservation of biodiversity. And farmland with rich ecosystems offers a sense of peace and comfort. These irrigation structures have been used and maintained by local farmers for centuries. Some of them have even received World Heritage Irrigation Structure, or WHIS, recognition. World Heritage Irrigation Structures are historic irrigation structures officially designated and registered by the International Commission on Irrigation and Drainage, or ICID. And there are 51 such structures in Japan. The structures awarded this designation each have unique value and appeal, such as their technology or history. In addition to the accumulation of sustainable utilization and conservation methods, they also play a role in developing communities centered around irrigation facilities. In Japan, irrigation technology has been well established since ancient times, so there are many other irrigation structures that have not been officially recognized. They are still maintained and managed by their local farmers and continue to serve their purpose. Japan's Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, or MAFF, has selected 100 each of Japan's finest irrigation canals and reservoirs to encourage deeper understandings of agricultural water as a part of conservation efforts. The International Network on Water and Ecosystem in Paddy Fields, or INWEPF, was established in 2004. INWEPF was established to address 3 challenges: food security and poverty alleviation, sustainable water use, and partnership, as highlighted at the Ministerial Meeting on Water for Food and Agriculture held at the 3rd World Water Forum in Japan. INWEPF works with 17 countries, mainly in the Asian monsoon region, and 3 international organizations. The network aims to foster understanding among the international community regarding the importance of the multifunctionality of paddy agriculture and appropriate water management. As the worldwide population increases, 5 billion people are expected to face water shortages in the future. INWEPF aims to improve global understanding of paddy agriculture, which uses relatively large amounts of water, and to develop climate-adapted irrigation and drainage systems with a focus on sustainable water use. It is a valuable platform where member countries and organizations can share information and exchange opinions on paddy agriculture. Through the international networks, such as the International Network for Water and Ecosystem for Paddy Fields, or INWEPF, and the International Commission on Irrigation and Drainage, or ICID, Japan shares its advanced irrigation technology with the world.